Hello, I'm Logic Bunny, and come with me down the rabbit hole of knowledge. Ever felt like you're trying to understand a joke, but everyone else is already laughing? It's like you're missing the punchline of a global joke, isn't it? Maybe you've traveled, or maybe you've just scrolled through social media and you've seen it. This incredible tapestry of cultures, traditions, ways of life, all so different, yet all so human. And sometimes it's just confusing. Think of it like this. Imagine every person sees the world through a unique pair of glasses. A cultural lens. This lens is shaped by everything we've experienced. Our family, our friends, where we grew up, the stories we've been told. It's the filter through which we interpret everything. And here's the thing. Your lens is different from mine, and mine is different from someone else's. That's the beauty, and sometimes the challenge. Have you ever felt judged or misunderstood? Maybe you've been in a situation where you felt like you said the wrong thing. Or maybe you've missed out on a connection because you didn't understand the unspoken rules. It's a real pain, this feeling of being on the outside looking in. But what if I told you there's a secret superpower you can unlock? A way to become a cultural chameleon. In this video, we're going to dive deep. We're going to explore surprising cultural insights, debunk some common misconceptions, and give you some practical tools. We're talking about leveling up your empathy, becoming a true global citizen, and finally understanding that global joke. Ready to take off your mask? Let's explore this together. Let's talk about culture shock. It's that feeling of disorientation, anxiety, and sometimes even fear that washes over you when you're immersed in a new culture. But here's a secret. Culture shock isn't just a feeling, it's a biological response. It's your brain, specifically your amygdala, your brain's threat detection system, going into overdrive. Think of it like this. Imagine you're walking down a dark alley, and suddenly a loud noise startles you. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your senses are heightened. That's your amygdala at work. In a new cultural environment, your brain is constantly bombarded with unfamiliar sights, sounds, and behaviors. It's like that loud noise, triggering the release of stress hormones, preparing you for something. Now, let's talk about familiarity bias. Our brains are wired to seek out what's familiar, what's comfortable. It's a survival mechanism. It's easier to navigate the world when you understand the rules, but this bias can lead to snap judgments about other cultures. Imagine being in a crowded room, everyone speaking a language you don't understand. You can't understand the jokes, the conversations, the unspoken cues. How would that make you feel? Probably a little lost, maybe a little frustrated, and perhaps a little wary. Here's a simple exercise to try. Imagine you're a tourist in your own town, see your neighborhood, your city, through the eyes of someone from another culture. What assumptions do you make about their way of life? What do you notice that you've never noticed before? What might you miss? This exercise is a powerful way to start shifting your perspective. This brings us to the idea of cultural humility. It's not about pretending to know everything. It's about embracing a mindset of constant learning and self-reflection. It starts with curiosity. You become curious about other cultures, asking questions, seeking out information. This curiosity leads you to question your own assumptions. Why do I believe this? Where did this idea come from? What if there's another way of seeing things? From there, you can begin to cultivate empathy. You start to understand the world from another person's point of view. And finally, this leads to understanding. Think of your brain like a muscle. The more you expose it to different cultures, the stronger it becomes at understanding and adapting. It's like learning a new language. At first, it's difficult, clunky, and frustrating. But with practice, it becomes easier, more natural, and more rewarding. The more you travel, the more you read, the more you interact with people from different backgrounds, the more your brain will adapt. The possibilities are endless. Did you know there are words in other languages that have no direct equivalent? In English, no single word that perfectly captures the meaning. For example, the Danish word hygge. It's about coziness, comfort, and a sense of well-being. Or Ubuntu, a Nguni Bantu word that speaks to the interconnectedness of humanity. I am because we are. Pretty cool, right? Language is more than just a collection of words. It's a reflection of a culture's values, beliefs, and priorities. Think about it. The Inuit languages have many different words for snow, reflecting the importance of snow in their daily lives and survival. In some cultures, the concept of personal space is very important. In others, it's less so. Think about how that impacts the way people interact. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a world map. Now, let's highlight different regions. Some emphasize community, others individualism. Some have complex grammatical structures, others are simpler. Each language tells a story. Each linguistic structure reveals a culture's values. Have you ever experienced a funny misunderstanding because of a language barrier? Here's a practical tip. If you're traveling or even just interacting with someone from a different culture, try learning a few basic phrases, not just the words, but the cultural context behind them. What are the unspoken rules? How do people greet each other? What are considered polite or impolite? It's like unlocking a secret code. Language is a window into a culture's soul. By learning a new language, you're not just learning words, you're gaining access to a new way of seeing the world. You're opening yourself up to different perspectives, different ways of thinking, and different ways of being. The possibilities are endless. Have you ever been in a situation where you misunderstood a friend's reaction? Or maybe you weren't sure if they meant yes or no. Maybe it was a simple gesture, a facial expression, or just the way they were standing. It's frustrating. Right? Body language is a silent language. It's a complex system of nonverbal cues. It's how we communicate without using words. But here's the thing. Body language varies widely across cultures. What's considered polite or respectful in one culture might be seen as rude or offensive in another. It's a minefield. Think of the thumbs-up gesture. In many Western cultures, it means okay or good job. But in some parts of the Middle East, it's considered a rude gesture, or consider eye contact. In some cultures, direct eye contact is seen as a sign of respect. In others, it's considered confrontational. Let's try a quick quiz. Imagine someone is standing with their arms crossed, looking down. What do you think that means? Now imagine the same person is smiling, but slightly. How does that change your interpretation? The possibilities are endless. Here's a practical tip. Be observant. Pay attention to the nonverbal cues. Ask questions. Don't jump to conclusions. When in doubt or on the side of respect and curiosity, assume the best and be open to learning. Body language is like a secret handshake. Once you learn the code, you can build bridges of understanding with people from all walks of life. It's a skill that will serve you well, not just in your travels, but in your everyday interactions. Imagine a visual feast, a mouth-watering montage of diverse foods from around the world, colorful spices, sizzling stir-fries, fragrant curries, delicate pastries, from street food to haute cuisine, a world of flavors and textures. What can you learn about a culture just by looking at its food? Food is so much more than just sustenance. It's a window into a culture's values, traditions, and history. The ingredients used, the cooking methods, the eating rituals, they all reveal something about a culture's history, its geography, and its beliefs. Consider the ingredients. What grows locally? What's readily available? The cooking methods are foods grilled, boiled, or fried. The eating rituals are meals shared communally or eaten individually. All of these things tell a story. Let's compare the role of fast food in some cultures versus traditional home-cooked meals. Fast food often represents speed and convenience. Home-cooked meals often represent family, tradition, and a slower pace of life. Consider the cultural significance of family dinners. Here's a practical tip. Try cooking a dish from a different culture. It's a great way to learn about new ingredients, techniques, and cultural practices. And it's fun. You can find countless recipes online. Maybe try a simple dish like a pasta. The possibilities are endless. Food is a story told on a plate. Every bite is a journey through history, tradition, and cultural identity. It's a way to connect with people from different backgrounds and to understand the world in a new way. Have you ever felt a shift in your perspective, a moment when you saw the world differently? Maybe it was after meeting someone from a different background, or maybe it was after traveling to a new place. I remember when that's another story. That's cultural exchange can transform you. It can broaden your horizons, increase your empathy, and improve your communication skills. It can give you a broader perspective on the world and help you to see things from different points of view. Think about the young people you know. Have they had positive experiences? Maybe they've studied abroad, or maybe they've volunteered in a different country. Here's a visual, a world map, highlighting different cultural exchange programs, student exchange programs, volunteer opportunities, language immersion programs. There are countless ways to get involved. The possibilities are endless. Here's a practical tip. Seek out opportunities to interact with people from different cultures. Join online communities. Attend local events. Travel if you can. Even small interactions can make a big difference. Cultural exchange is not just a nice to have. It's a necessity for building a more understanding, compassionate, and interconnected world. It's the ultimate act of human connection. It's the bridge between us. Okay, let's recap. Cultural differences are inevitable. They're a part of life, but with the right tools, they can be a source of enrichment, not misunderstanding. We've talked about the culture shock illusion, the power of language, the secrets of body language, the stories told through food, and the transformative power of cultural exchange. Remember that empathy, superpower. Increased empathy leads to better relationships, more effective communication, and a deeper understanding of the world. It's the key to unlocking your potential as a global citizen. So, what's your next step? Start small. Learn a few basic phrases in a new language. Try a new cuisine. Engage with different cultures online. Attend a cultural event in your community. You have the power to shape your own perspective, to challenge your assumptions, and to contribute to a more inclusive world. Remember, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. The possibilities are endless.